How serious is fatty liver disease? What does it do to the rest of your body? How can you clear the fat out of your liver? And most importantly, what can you eat and drink to actually heal? 1 in 3 Americans has this silent threat and doesn't even know it, and what they're even less aware of are the dangers that come with it. Fatty liver is one of the most overlooked causes of cirrhosis and liver cancer, and you can have it without feeling a single symptom. My name is Dr. Leonard Brooks, and today I'm going to walk you through 4 key ways to know if you have this condition, what it does to your body, and how to catch it early. Pay close attention because the first 3 signs point to an early stage, while the 4th signals something more serious. I'll also show you which foods and drinks are toxic to your liver and that you should cut out as much as possible. But I'll also show you something encouraging. It is absolutely possible to turn this around, and you can do it naturally. The best remedies for fatty liver are already sitting in your kitchen. I'm going to teach you not just which foods protect your liver and can even reverse the damage, but how to prepare them and what their real medicinal value is. So let's talk about fatty liver disease, also known as hepatic steatosis. Why does it happen? Your liver cells work around the clock, 24 hours a day, to filter and detoxify your blood, and especially to neutralize toxins coming in from your gut. But sometimes, because of certain things we eat or drink, this organ becomes damaged and starts storing fat. Your doctor may have told you after a blood panel or an ultrasound that you have fatty infiltration of the liver. In the United States and across the Western world, more than 30% of the population has this problem. It's extremely common, and unfortunately, many people only find out about it once complications have already set in, when there's already scarring or cirrhosis. Now, what happens to your body when this goes untreated? How dangerous can it really get? In the early stages, when the damage isn't yet severe, you'll simply have fat accumulating in the liver. But if the problem continues and the damage keeps building, that fat starts triggering inflammation inside your liver. At the same time, the liver begins releasing inflammatory substances into your bloodstream, and those substances inflame the rest of your organs too: your heart, your arteries, your kidneys, your brain. This disease is not just a liver problem. Its most dangerous consequence is premature death. And before it gets to that point, the liver starts accumulating scar tissue, what we call fibrosis. Over time, that fibrosis progresses into cirrhosis. The liver becomes stiff, hardened, and can no longer do its job. And along with that comes a significantly elevated risk of liver cancer. It was once believed that fat in the liver was simply a metabolic issue that happened to people who were obese or overweight. We now know that is not the case. Fatty liver is not a benign condition. It must be taken seriously and treated. And the good news is, there are excellent natural remedies, foods you likely already have in your pantry, that can make a real difference. I'll show you exactly how to use them. So, what are the main warning signs? How do you detect this in time? Here are 4 ways. The first is what I call the asymptomatic form. This is the earliest stage, and this is where the condition is completely reversible. Your liver has a tremendous capacity to regenerate itself. That's why, in the beginning, it may not cause any symptoms at all. Fatty liver is often called a silent disease, much like high blood pressure, where you can have it for years and not feel a thing. But even if you feel completely fine, if you get an ultrasound, a doctor can see that your liver is enlarged or appears unusually bright on the image. That's a sign of fat accumulation. Or it may show up as elevated liver enzymes on a routine blood test. If that's happened to you, don't panic. There is still a tremendous amount you can do at this stage, especially with the foods and drinks I'm about to describe. The second sign involves non-specific symptoms. Picture this: a liver loaded with fat is a heavy organ, and that extra weight can cause a dull ache or a heavy feeling just beneath your right rib cage. But because this stage is still early, most people chalk it up to something else: gastritis, a gallbladder issue, or just a heavy meal. Nausea, vomiting, and persistent bloating that never seems to go away are also very common at this point. My message here is this: even if your symptoms are vague or non-existent, if you have risk factors like excess weight, obesity, poor diet, or unhealthy lifestyle habits, get checked. Ask your doctor to include a full liver workup. The third sign appears as the disease progresses and inflammation sets in. You may still have that pain under the ribs, But one symptom that people frequently overlook is pain in the shoulder, upper back, near the shoulder blade, or even up toward the neck, almost like a muscle knot or tension. This can actually be a referred sign from an inflamed liver. But the bigger issue here is that the inflamed liver is now releasing substances that are oxidizing and inflaming your entire body. You'll feel chronically exhausted, not just tired after a long day, but a deep fatigue that doesn't go away even after a full night's sleep. You may have diffuse aches in your muscles and joints. And here's something important to keep in mind. At this stage, it can become very difficult to lose weight because of the systemic inflammation, and your thyroid function may be compromised as well. So in addition to getting your liver labs checked, please have your thyroid evaluated too. Left unchecked, all of this raises your long-term risk of heart attacks, cognitive decline, and dementia. The fourth and final sign appears in more advanced cases, and these are symptoms you don't want to ignore. Your urine becomes noticeably darker. Your legs and feet start swelling from fluid retention. Your skin and the whites of your eyes may take on a yellowish tint. That's jaundice. You may experience intense itching all over your body, including the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet, or you may notice unexplained red spots and bruising. At this stage, there is likely significant scarring in the liver, or even full cirrhosis. As things progress further, the abdomen begins to swell with retained fluid, a condition called ascites, and the belly can look distended, almost like a late-term pregnancy. But I want to be clear, in the earliest stages, this is a curable condition. That's exactly why I want to show you now what to avoid and what to start doing today. Let's talk about the 3 most damaging foods and drinks for your liver. Number 1, fructose-sweetened beverages. Fructose is a natural plant sugar found in fruit. If you're eating whole fruit, especially varieties with an edible peel in reasonable amounts, you're not going to have a problem. But when you drink fruit juice, you're consuming concentrated fructose without the fiber, and in simple terms, that damages your liver. This is even worse with store-bought juices in cartons or plastic bottles, which are loaded with added sugars and other additives. And here's something that nobody talks about enough. The food industry has spent billions convincing us that these products are healthy, that we should drink orange juice every morning for energy and vitality. That's marketing, not medicine. My recommendation to patients who love their morning juice: don't strain it. Blend the whole fruit or eat it as is, keeping the pulp and fiber intact. And try not to have it every single day. Better alternatives include water with lemon, water with fresh rosemary, or hibiscus tea. Number 2, ultra-processed and fast food. Real food doesn't come in a package. The more processed a food is, the further it has drifted from its natural state. To process food, manufacturers strip out fiber, vitamins, and beneficial compounds, and then add back sugar, salt, unhealthy fats, preservatives, artificial colors, and flavor enhancers designed to keep you coming back for more. We're talking about cookies, breakfast cereals, vegetable oils, sodas, energy drinks, deli meats, hot dogs, and sausages. These products are engineered for addiction, not nutrition. Number 3, alcohol. You've probably heard that a glass of wine a day is good for your heart because of its antioxidant properties. But here's the truth. What may benefit the heart are the natural compounds in the grape itself, not the alcohol. Alcohol promotes inflammation throughout the body. And the problem is, we genuinely don't know what a safe amount looks like, because that threshold varies from person to person. Current evidence tells us there is no universally safe dose that can be recommended. So step 1 in healing your liver is to reduce or eliminate these 3 categories as much as possible. No one is born craving these things. We're conditioned from childhood to believe they're normal, even desirable. But the decision to change that conditioning is yours to make. Now let's talk about what you should eat and drink to heal. What your liver needs are nutrients that can reverse scarring and reduce internal inflammation. Things like vitamins C and E, antioxidants, and anti-inflammatory compounds. But knowing what to eat isn't enough. You also need to know how to prepare these foods, because the way you cook them determines whether their medicinal properties survive or get destroyed. These are the secrets I'm going to share with you now. Write them down, incorporate them daily in a variety of ways, and within a few weeks, you can genuinely begin to cleanse and restore your liver. First, cruciferous vegetables. These are the low-growing, leafy green vegetables, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, mustard greens, spinach. The secret is that to get the maximum benefit from the compounds that repair liver tissue, you should eat them raw. If you can't tolerate them raw, lightly steam them for 3 to 5 minutes, no more. And when you serve them, add a pinch of mustard powder to your plate. This activates a compound called sulforaphane, which is destroyed by high heat. Sulforaphane is one of the most potent anti-inflammatory substances known to science and has been shown to literally repair liver tissue. Second, fruits with edible skins: peaches, pears, apples, plums, and if you can find it, pomegranate, one of the most powerful fruits on the planet. The pomegranate rind itself isn't edible raw because it's tough and bitter, but you can dry it, steep it in hot water, and drink it as a tea once or twice a day, or grate it into a powder and add it to your meals as a spice. Citrus fruits in general are excellent for the liver, but I want to highlight one in particular that has been well studied and shown in clinical experiments to reduce inflammation and reverse some liver scarring: grapefruit. Eat the whole fruit, not just the juice, and one a day is a great habit to build. Third, garlic. The secret here is raw consumption. 1 to 2 crushed cloves of raw garlic per day helps reduce liver inflammation and protects your other organs as well. Regular consumption of raw garlic has even been shown to help prevent the development of liver cancer. You can take it first thing in the morning with a glass of water, or add freshly crushed garlic to your food right before you eat. If you truly can't tolerate it raw, you can warm it slightly, no more than 3 minutes, and no higher than about 140 degrees Fahrenheit, just enough to mellow the flavor without destroying its active compounds. Notice the pattern here. The way you prepare your food is what separates eating for pleasure from eating to heal. Fourth, turmeric. This spice has extraordinary anti-inflammatory properties, but here's the secret. For turmeric to be properly absorbed and activated in the body, it needs to be taken with a pinch of black pepper. Just a small amount, a fraction of a teaspoon, is enough to activate it. You can also combine it with healthy fats like avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil, avocado itself, chia seeds, or flaxseed. Pairing turmeric with fat increases its intestinal absorption by up to 2,000 times. I recommend incorporating it daily. Studies show it helps repair scarring and inflammation in a damaged liver, and in a healthy liver, it enhances the organ's natural detoxification capacity. Fifth, and this one is a drink: coffee. Drinking 1 to 3 cups of coffee per day has been shown repeatedly in research to have a hepatoprotective effect, meaning it actively protects your liver. It's also excellent for cardiovascular health and brain function. You can drink it with or without caffeine, but it must be sugar-free to get the benefit. Other foods to incorporate regularly into your daily routine: extra virgin olive oil, 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, or extra virgin avocado oil. Both are among the best fats you can consume. Raw beets eaten as a salad or juiced. A glass a day makes a meaningful difference. Berries of all kinds, avocado, and nuts, walnuts, pistachios, and almonds in particular. All of these, combined with healthier lifestyle habits, support your body as a whole and actively help repair your liver. Here is my challenge to you. Follow everything I've shared in this video for 4 to 6 weeks. Then repeat your ultrasound or your blood tests. I think you'll be genuinely surprised by what you find. I hope this was helpful and eye-opening. Please subscribe to the channel and share this with someone who needs to hear it. That support is what allows us to keep bringing this kind of information to you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.